Hello dear students, welcome to Okyanus YouTube channel. I am Tuana Kaba from Başarıya Okyanus Colleges. Now we're going to talk about Unit 5, the Internet, for the 8th graders. Our first subject in the Unit 5, connecting the sentences. To use this to connect sentence, we need some linkers, or we call them as conjunctions. What does it mean? What does a conjunction do? As you know, conjunctions links the two statements or phrases to each other to make a one sentence at once. To do that, we need to know which one is useful for what for. Let's start with the and. This is our first conjunction or linker, we can say. And means in addition, also. So if I want to use and, I need two statements which mentions same idea. So they shouldn't be opposite ideas. They should be parallel and same statement. They have to be at the agreement in same. Let's look at the example. I download the songs to my computer and I play them at my parties. So as you can see, there's a sequence between them and they follow each other. They have same statement, they have same idea, and they are parallel to each other. They don't have any contrary things between them. So they are so similar, we can call. Our second linker is but. To use but, firstly, I need to have two opposite ideas or two opposite statements, we can say. But means despite this. So despite something, you do something. There are two different opposite contrary ideas. I want to file these pictures for future, but I don't have a USB flash driver. So I want to make something, I'm ready to do that, but there's a problem to do that for me. As you can see, these are different contrary ideas. I want to do that, maybe I need to do that, but I have a problem. So they are so opposite and they are not parallel. That's why I'm going to use but to link these two sentences at once. The third of them, because. As you know, because gives reason to us. Generally, some sentence cause and effects. As you know, because gives reason to a result. So when we have a result sentence, a result clause, and when we have a reason sentence, reason main clause at once, so we are going to combine them at once in an whole sentence. I can't connect to internet because the electricity has gone. As you know, what is my reason in here? The electricity has gone. Because of this, I can't connect to the internet. This is my result. Why I can't connect to internet when I ask this? Because the electricity has gone. We won't make a video call because my webcam is broken. So, why I can't make a video call? Why I won't make a video call? The reason in here, because my webcam is broken. So as you know, as you can see, because gives reason to a result. This is my result and this is my reason. So, the contrary of because, so gives result. In because, we were looking for reason. But in so now, we are going to look for result. So gives a result to a reason, we can say in shortly. I don't have a wireless modem at home, so I will buy a connection cable. So why I'm going to buy a connection cable? Why do I have to do that? Because there is a reason to do that. I don't have a wireless modem at home. This is my reason. What is my result? I will buy a connection cable. I decided to do that as a result. That's all for all the linkers and connecting sentence. Now we are going to move on with our second subject in Unit 5, Internet. Must and mustn't. When we want to mention about our obligations, both of them internal and external, or something we need to do, or some rules we need to do or we don't need to do actually, we have both in negative and positive sides by using must and mustn't. As you know, sometimes we have internal obligations and sometimes we have external obligations. What are they? Let's talk about them. Internal obligations. When you feel like your mom is so neat and you know this very well, that's why you need to make your bed every day because she's getting angry when she sees your, room untidy. So that's why you can say, I must make my bed because my mom will be very angry. She is so neat. That's why it's an internal obligation. And let's give an example to external obligation too. You go to a school, you're a student, and you need to wear uniform at school. Almost all the schools have this rule except universities. That's why you can say, I must wear uniform at school because it's a rule which is written also and also known by everyone. That's why this is an external obligation. Let's look at must firstly in positive sides. We use must to talk about rules, obligations, something to do, we need to do. For the negative, we can say must not or mustn't. You must be careful about the time you spend online. Maybe think about somebody spends time on online so many times and wasting his time. That's why you can say him or her, be careful about it. You must be careful about it. It's for your health, for your eye health maybe, for your physical conditions maybe. That's why you can say this as an advice, you must be careful. She must learn about the internet safety. We say this as an advice again and for her safety because there can be many viruses on internet and unknown person who can be dangerous. So that's why we say to her, she must be careful. She must learn about internet safety. We must visit safe websites. Sometimes you can see some websites that you even didn't heard before. That's why you shouldn't click it. And you know that better than me, I'm sure. Then we can say as an advice again, we must visit safe websites. It's an advice again, but also it's an obligation, something we need to do. And mustn't. It refers prohibition, forbidden things, forbidden rules. Don't enter the dark room like that. Don't enter the chess room. These are written rules maybe, and maybe you know that you shouldn't do this. That's why you can use mustn't for the prohibitions. Let's look at them. You mustn't share your password with online friends because you don't know online friends is real or isn't, even you don't know this. So they can steal your money or they can steal something, they can harm you. That's why you shouldn't give your password to them. So we can say as a prohibition with mustn't. They mustn't believe all the news on the internet. As you know, on the internet there are many news and they can't be real, all of them. That's why we're going to say as an advice to our parents, maybe to our children, they mustn't believe all the news. You mustn't open strange mails. Maybe in that mails, as you can see, there can be a link addresses which can be wrong sites or harmful sites or dangerous sites. That's why we can say you mustn't do it, you mustn't open it as an advice again. He mustn't confirm unknown people friends' request. He mustn't confirm, of course, because he doesn't know whether they know them very well or not, whether they are real or not. So that's why we can say you mustn't do it. And let's give an example, one more example about the rules. You mustn't drive at the red light. As you know, there are some traffic rules. And in that traffic rules, you know you should stop at the red light and you can move on the green light. That's why somebody can say you mustn't drive car at the red light. Or again about the car, you mustn't drive car unless you are 18. Like this. We can, add some examples too. That's all for now. Thanks for listening to me.